Jerry Mallory here for SB Nation and PrivateDetroit.com. Today's bold prediction for our Detroit Lions, it's coming from the running back spot. And it's going to be the most productive runner for our team this year. Who's it going to be? It's not going to be one of those top draft picks over the last few years, one of the young guys. No, it's going to be someone who's now a veteran. He's now a journeyman. He was here, he left, now he's back. It's Kevin Smith. That's right. There's a lot of reasons why I'm making this prediction. Anywhere from Jahvid Best's health concerns, Mikel Leshoure, his health concerns, the fact that he had issues with marijuana. I look at all these factors, the fact that Jahvid Best probably is not an every down back, and I'm forced to make this prediction. Kevin Smith will be the top running back for the Detroit Lions in 2012. Now, I was able to do an interview with Kevin Smith about a week ago on the Private Detroit podcast. I posed a similar question to him. Ask him how he feels about potentially being the main back, especially early on in the season. Let's listen and see what he had to say about that.
When you look at the running back situation in Detroit, it's kind of interesting. You've got no draftees coming in. You've got Mikel Leshoure, who, he's coming off the Achilles injury. He had the situation with marijuana. You've got Jahvid Best, who, with the concussions, and even if he is healthy, it's kind of looking like maybe he's not an every down back. And then there's you, Kevin. The way I see it, Week 1 against St. Louis, there's a great chance you will be our feature back by means of the one that will get the load of the carries. Is that something that you've thought about when you look at the running back situation in Detroit, or how do you kind of view where you stand in terms of getting carries this year?
That was one of the things that I didn't worry about, being in free agency and obviously signing back with Detroit. I had a chance to sign with a few other teams, and, Detroit's my home. Detroit's my love, and one of the main reasons that I came back was to play with those guys because, I've been in the league going on 5 years, and, I've been a starter in this league. I came back last year, didn't start, ended up starting the rest of the year, going into the playoffs. So to me, it's not about that. I'm more excited about having one of the best backfields in the league. And, I'm the oldest guy out of the group now, and, my primary goal is to help everybody get better, and that's through leadership. That's through, just working and letting those guys see, how I work. And, I'm excited for us. It's not even about who starts, if I start, what happened with Leshoure. He's a young guy, but, I hang around him a lot. And, he learned from his mistake. I was so excited when Jahvid got clear for his concussions because, Jahvid brings something to the table that I don't bring. I bring something that Jahvid doesn't bring. Hopefully, Leshoure brings something that both of us doesn't bring. So, with that combination, with the receivers and the quarterbacks that we have in our line, we could have a winning combination. So, to me, that's more important than if I start. If I start, that just means I come out of the tunnel first. But to me, that's not what's important. It's definitely about us having a potent offense and us being a winning team.
And that's a great attitude to have. When you look at it, there's plenty of carries to go around. I can't help but think of a team like New Orleans. They featured 3 running backs a lot last year with Ingram and Pierre Thomas.
Well, it's spoken from the man himself. Now, he gave the PC answer. He gave the answer that his teammates and his coaches would want to hear. But I know deep down inside, he wants to be the main back. He's been a feature back his whole life. And so he would gladly step into that role, being the top guy on the ground in this potent offense. But there's one thing to make a prediction. There's another thing to back it up with stats. Let's take a look and see just how good Mr. Kevin Smith is going to be in 2012. So there you have it, guys. We made the prediction. We heard from the man himself. We gave you stats. Now it's your turn. If you haven't subscribed yet, shame on you. Go and subscribe now. Also, leave a comment. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you have some predictions or some stats of your own? Go ahead and leave those in the comment section. And if you want to hear the full interview that we did on the podcast with Kevin Smith, there's going to be a link floating around somewhere on that screen. Click on it after you subscribe, after you leave the comment. Then click on that link, and you'll be ready to hear the whole interview. So that's going to do it for today, guys. Look for more predictions and Lions team reports in the very near future. As always, this has been Jerry Mallory. Thanking you for watching. And as always, we are brought to you by SB Nation and PrivateDetroit.com.